UFC 169, you got to start with the main event. Renan Barão, Uriah Faber. I think it's a fantastic fight.
Another Uriah Faber UFC title shot, and no one seems to criticize it because he earned it. He had a great year in 2013.
He clearly deserves this shot. He was undefeated, he was finishing guys, and he worked his way up to the top.
He's going to come in, probably one of the hottest fighters in the game, maybe a 2013 Fighter of the Year. This is going to be a great bantamweight title fight.
Maybe on paper, Renan Barão has the advantage only because he already defeated Uriah Faber, so he has that confidence.
I think Renan Barão, we saw it in the first meeting between them. He's just a little bit too fast. He was always one step ahead of Uriah Faber. Whether that was with the takedowns, the defensive wrestling was there with Renan Barão. If it was the striking, Barão was able to evade and counter. And I think Renan Barão is just one step above Uriah Faber. And
I got to believe he's under some pressure. He says that he's not, and maybe he isn't. This guy handles pressure really well. But you're talking about your legacy now is starting to add that piece where you keep getting in title fights, but you just can't get over the hump and win one. And I got to believe that has to be in his mind a little bit.
Both guys have some things working for them. Both have confidence, but at different degrees of confidence. One guy beat him, the other guy is on an amazing roll. But sometimes fate and how things work out, kind of play into things. And Uriah Faber could be, having a date with destiny on Saturday night. So the co-main event on Saturday night is Jose Aldo versus Ricardo Lamas. Jose Aldo, in my opinion, is one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
Really excited about this fight because I like the fact that Ricardo Lamas finally got his shot. He's kind of a blue-collar, quiet type fighter. He doesn't call out people a la Chael Sonnen, but finally got his shot anyway.
I've underestimated Ricardo Lamas in the past. I've been very guilty of it. One thing about Lamas is that when he gets a guy in trouble, he's like a shark in the water when he smells blood. He can put away fights. And that's, I think, one thing that whoever beats Jose Aldo, whoever that guy is, he's going to need that aspect to his game, the ability to finish him, because to beat him over the course of a 5-round fight is extremely difficult.
Unfortunately, I think he's a little bit overmatched this time around. We always say Jose Aldo, if there's going to be a weakness, maybe it's the wrestling, and I think that's what Ricardo Lamas is going to have to do, is to try to make this a dirty, kind of ugly fight and really be able to contain Jose Aldo.
There are a couple guys that if you ask me, you have to pay to watch these guys fight. Jose Aldo is at the top of that list. I would gladly pay to watch him fight because he is so dynamic, so exciting.
I think Jose Aldo is just a cut above. That's not to take away from Ricardo Lamas, but I mean, Jose Aldo to me is really one of the absolute best pound-for-pound fighters on this planet. His defensive wrestling is amazing. His striking is amazing.
I'm not picking against Jose Aldo. I'm not crazy. He's looked unbeatable since coming into the UFC. His style is tough to deal with. He's physical. Even if Lamas is able to hurt him, I think Aldo could probably slow the fight down, whether it's circling away from him or taking the fight down. I think he's got all those in his toolbox. So I'm picking Aldo to win the fight, and I think he's going to move to 155 after.